Hey guys, so I got interrupted on my live stream, so I never actually got to talk about the things that I actually wanted to talk about. But so I'm just going ahead and redoing that right now. Sorry about that. Anyway, I want to talk about the Canucks since this is discovering me on YouTube. By the way, check out my bio section. Um, I'm a big Canucks fan, I guess, or a moderate Canucks fan anyway. And I'm thinking about all the different championships that recently Canadian teams have won in the four major sports. And I'm not talking about soccer, I'm talking about basketball, I'm talking about hockey, I'm talking about baseball, I'm talking about football. Now, there's no football in Canada. There's CFL. That's not a real league. You can't call that a real league. Come on. Plus, without American teams, you can't call that a real league. And there's NFL. There's no sport team in the NFL Canadian yet, and no Canadian wants there to be a Canadian football team in the NFL. As for the Blue Jays in MLB, they haven't won a single one for like 30 years plus. Expos folded, although the Blue Jays won two in a row. Then there's the NHL, same thing as the MLB, except there's more teams and it's even worse. So 30 years, no cups, nothing. And then we have the Toronto Raptors and the Memphis Grizzlies in the NBA. Well, sort of. Memphis Grizzlies was the Vancouver Grizzlies. Vancouver Grizzlies folded and became the Memphis Grizzlies, so they don't mean shit. And then finally, we got the Toronto Raptors. So we only have one team to model our success after, and that's them, Toronto Raptors. So, um, mm, when we look at the Toronto Raptors, the things that they struggled before coming into the league, not before coming in the league, but before they won their championship game, year, whatever, was LeBron. That's the one regular target that needed to get rid of. They fired their coach of the year, award-winning guy, and and traded for a major star player, Kawhi Leonard. Finally, got I think rid of a minor piece, J- Jacob Portal, whatever you say to pronounce his name, and they got a draft pick. So, basically a pawn, we'll say. What did the Canucks need? So the Canucks need to do something like that, but all in one season. Yes, we know that the Toronto Raptors haven't won a championship since then, but 2019 not that far away. Honestly, it's 6 years ago or something like that. And anyway, so mm, um they just wanted to win now. I think after 20 something years of not winning, that's good. And the Canucks are like in the same spot. It's even way worse. It's like 2 to 3 times longer if we've been waiting for a Stanley Cup. Still no Stanley Cup. Last time Vancouver brought home a Stanley Cup was the Vancouver Millionaires in 1915, 110 years ago. So we need a Stanley Cup. Okay, we definitely need a Stanley Cup. Um, yeah. So what the Canucks have done that are similar, they fired their coach. Okay, they got rid of one of their star players. Did they get anything in return? They're about to get a draft pick. I think now they need to get like rid of some like a middle ish player, They need to do it all. They needed to have done it all in 1 year. That's the one major problem. Now I think it's nice to see what's his face, our two-time Stanley Cup champion and recent how do you say uh recent champion for the um Four Nations Cup, and this year 2024, 2025, whatever, um Stanley uh Four Nations Cup winner, what's his face, Rick Tocchet, winning a cup. It really is awesome. But firing our best coach at the time, which was Dwayne Casey in Toronto Raptors, and replacing him with the assistant coach as the head coach, promoting Nick Nurse, worked. Okay. Uh, so that's what we need to do. We need to upgrade our assistant coach to what's his face, the head coach position. Fire Rick Tocchet. I hate to say that because I love Rick Tocchet. I absolutely love this guy. I would want an autograph from him, not because of monetary value increases in the on the paper, on the card, or anything like that. It just generally seems to be a wonderful human being, and I want to see him succeed, and that's why I want to see him go to the go coach college hockey, or the minor leagues, or go to Europe, or somewhere else. Just win a championship somewhere else. You won one recently with Team Canada. You can do it again. Just do it with some non NHL team. Okay, I want to see you succeed. I just don't think you're the right guy right now. You're not maximizing the team success. And maybe it's not your fault because maybe the Canucks just want to lose games. They've been playing games like they want to lose games. I think they want to tank. And that's what I'm worried about. So maybe this is all useless information right now. Maybe not. Yeah. So fire him, promote the the assistant coach, and then we have to do what we need to do is convince one of the players, major opponents that we struggled against in the playoffs, um, to leave the Western Conference and move into the Eastern Conference, and then because that's what LeBron James did. Um, that's how we won our championship, by eliminating the big foe. So I think who's in the West is really giving us problems. Connor McDavid needs to get out of the West and move to the Eastern Conference. We gotta get him out of the West. Maybe Nathan McKinnon, maybe one of those guys. Um, Bring Austin Matthews here to the Western Conference or something like that. To me, or something, man. Mm, like Malkin Celebrini's brother or cousin, whatever, doesn't want to play for Vancouver. What does that say about Vancouver, honestly? So we need to get like Malkin Celebrini or Connor Bedard here. Do what you need to do to get those players here. I don't know how that's gonna be possible. I don't know if it is possible. We have to give up a lot more in exchange. But we need players like that can actually do damage in the playoffs. Um, who could come to the West? Who honestly could come to the West? Okay, we're never gonna get an Ovechkin. Oh, definitely not gonna get us Cindy Crosby. Um, but I think the situation more important is to get rid of a West and Eastern Conference player than actually focusing on getting an Eastern Conference player. So who's our biggest rivals? I don't actually know. Like we don't make the playoffs that much these days. Mm, we don't need to worry about the Nashville Predators. We beat them. When was the last time we made the playoffs? 2017? Yeah, I don't know. And before that, maybe a couple years before that, and then after that, it was like 2012 or 2013 or some crap ass year. 2011, 2012 was great, and then after that, it just went downhill. So, I think the biggest threats are to get rid of Leon Draisaitl, get rid of Connor McDavid, get rid of and convince them to move from there, from the west, get into the east. Yeah, those are the my talking points. Honestly, we need to accomplish those things, and then we can win a Stanley Cup. I really want to see the like we've changed out the coaches a lot over the last couple years. It hasn't worked, but uh, that's not what the only thing I want to see done. But like honestly, the changing out the coach is completely fresh new faces. That's what we've done. I'm not saying that like that didn't work. I'm saying promote from within. That's gonna work, and that's promoting our assistant to the head coach position. That's gonna be step number one, I think. All right. Like, comment, subscribe, share with two friends or more. Discovering me on YouTube.